All right, welcome to the Spelts Family Business Podcast. We're doing something fun again today. We're going to do a disc golf round. So I play disc golf all the time. Koby's played 6 times total.
Yeah.
But we also have our buddy Gray with us.
Yeah.
He's going to be here. And then Blue and Mama's downstream. She's filming. So this is another fun one. But so we don't hit her with the disc. I don't think there's any chance of you hitting her with the disc.
Yeah.
She's far down.
We'll see.
We'll see. Well, today, I see we talked a little bit about some of the updates with RoofMaxx. Yeah. And then some of the updates with Connection as well. You hot, buddy? It's about 90 degrees, so Blue's kind of hot. All right. Oh, jeez. Quick and perfect. You went way too far left.
Little left, but...
Go ahead, Gray. Let's throw, buddy.
Oh, little left too.
I haven't played a minute, so no.
All right.
Nice throw.
Now, dude, I'm in the
No, you're all right. Good throw.
Not bad.
You got the best one of the group.
It'll work.
That's this one.
So, RoofMaxx, right now, it's kind of painful.
Yeah.
We've gone through one of our slowest months
Hold it up higher.
of the year. Well, we're also on that one, so. But we've gone through one of our slowest months of the year.
Yep.
It's caused some major cash flow concerns.
Sure.
What are you doing to turn things around?
Well, we've had Gray and his buddy go out and flyer a couple times. Luckily, things are starting to pick up. We're right before our busy season, so it seems like we're getting a few more calls and stuff. And still just plugging away with solar, just trying to keep things alive, really. It's been kind of stressful, but I think it's just a weird year, too. It seems like people are holding their money more. People can't justify RoofMaxx because it's not super dire. Like, it's not super necessary, you know.
But you went to one today.
Went to one today, and he was actually a client from last year. But he,
Potential client.
Yeah, potential client. Went out and gave him a bid, but this year didn't.
So he didn't buy last year. He thought about it, but
Yeah, but he didn't qualify this year, so kind of stinks, you know. If he had done it last year, he would have qualified. But this year, it's a little too far gone after going through a winter. And, you know, now we're most of the way through the summer, the hot months.
you have to give a bad news and say, sorry, you can't do that.
Yeah, so he's going to have to replace his roof, which is unfortunate, but it's, you know, part of that world. All the roofing timing has to be good. Oh, Gray. So it's hard, you know, going into that thinking, oh, this is a good one. He's calling us back out. It means he wants it. But then having to turn him away because it didn't qualify. It's not fun.
Yeah, that is too bad.
Especially when we're in a slow month, you know, that could be a guaranteed job, and it's just not gonna work. So,
All right, you're up.
let's see. I don't even know putter from here.
I putt, yep.
Right.
Nice little layup. Well, the biggest thing I think when business starts to go down, sometimes it catches you off guard, it does for me anyway, is what I try to do is just say, okay, what are revenue generating activities that I can do every day? And some, frankly, are better than others. And then others, you'll see results right away. Others are slower marketing efforts that may not produce right away, but off the top. But I think that's the primary activity. It's just what can we do? Is it cold leads? Is it, like we're doing some flyering? Is it going out and networking some more? Is it what is it you need to do in order to find business right away, as fast as possible? So revenue generating activities. And you have some business that's closed because it's tied to solar projects. We have to wait for it to go through because they have to install the solar first. But
we've got a couple going through pretty soon.
And the phone's been ringing a little more.
It has been ringing a little more, which has been nice. Obviously the first thing that comes to my mind, or at least the quickest, would be to knock doors. I've landed one job before from knocking doors.
Did you land a solar job from knocking doors too?
Yeah. Yeah, so
maybe even a little mixture of both.
Mixture of both would be good. Do some solar stuff and then also do some RoofMaxx and close some business quick.
I find when you do that, when you decide, okay, I'm going to go get action, right? I'm going to go get revenue generating activities.
Right.
Not always does it turn into some immediate, like, oh, here we go, here's some more business.
Right.
A lot of times it takes a minute, but what it does is it makes sure that next month isn't just as slow as this month.
Yeah.
So on the connection side, I've actually been, I think I'm probably 40 grand for the month. So I've had a pretty good month.
Don't even selling well, which is nice.
Yeah.
Tree. Gray stood right in front of the camera right before your shot.
Not used to being on.
He's like, I want everything. Okay, I'm gonna try and get that thing right there. Kind of aim for that. Hope it just falls right below. Pretty good. Which I struggle with keeping it low on my flip, but we'll try that.
Oh, you turned it over. You had some distance.
Too
well, yeah, you were a little hard and you turned it over, which kept it going left instead of left to right. So you may want to try another disc for that.
Possibly. Do it?
That's all right. I'll play. Or try these, Koby.
You gray left and right.
That's better.
Should I just throw another one real quick?
No, we can.
Back to, you're still updating on connection publishing. You're doing good in sales. What else is going to happen?
We're going to either shut or sell connection publishing, continue with connection media. The business just isn't profitable enough to continue going. It's really hard to do because a large part of our revenue is tied to it.
Yeah.
So it makes it difficult to decide. Let's go to yours first.
Okay, probably a good idea. I'm way over there, so.
So this is the Riverdale River Park disc golf course. It's one of my favorites. It's just unique. It's got some big open areas where you can really chuck the frisbee, which I like, but it also has some technical stuff. But you're not in the trees the whole time.
Right.
Which the fort, you're always in the trees.
Fort is hard because it's like
super hard.
You're always, but I put myself in a
So I put this
pretty precarious situation here. The angle. Putter. Just putter, I guess.
So I do a split stance. Sideways, yep.
Get through. Get through. All right, we're through.
Halfway there. Not
Yep.
too bad. So sales have been good on the connection digital side,
Yep.
but I honestly haven't been focused as much on the magazines. Just I'm only one person, and after either laying off or having salespeople leave over the last 6 to 8 months, I haven't replaced them, and so it's just been been a little trickier, but
It's you. You're off camera duty, sir.
I was pointing at where I was going to make the basket and everything.
Nice shot.
See?
Nice shot, dude. Holy cow.
Nice shot, bro. Freaking great putt. Lou walks into it.
Thanks for walking, bud. That's bogey for me.
So
Bogey on the first, bogey on the second.
I got par and then bird.
I got 4 and 3.
4 and 3. All right. So bogey and par. So one thing we've kind of talked about the last little bit, Koby, was there's been some frustration on your side of not feeling like you've gotten enough training. We've talked some about doing more commercial outreach, trying to reach out to, insurance agents, property managers.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because I had a conversation when I think ES Solar has been good for you because they're very structured. So you've gotten a lot of training there, but you're 23, you haven't really spent a lifetime in sales and closing business and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
but, and you were just expressing, I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to and things like that. So I think what I've been thinking about, it ties into something Shane told me. He called the other day and he's like, the thing about most real estate agents, he's a real estate agent up in Blackfoot, Idaho. He's like, they just don't, like someone gives them a sideways look or doesn't respond in the way they were expecting them to, or which one do you want to go? Do you want to go for the one with the backdrop or the one over under the tree?
Cool with either.
We can go to the backdrop.
Cool with either.
So the backdrop is that, like all the sticks.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
So he said that he follows up with everybody and he goes, if I don't talk to them for a week, I'm worried that they're going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You hot, Blue? We'll get in the shade, buddy. So I think that applies to networking. Like you can go meet someone and you're like, well, I talked to that person already. They didn't have anything for me. And maybe weekly is too soon, but Shane's so good at just making friends with people. And coming up with a reason to call them.
Shot, dude.
Nestled.
Right next.
Yeah. So I think there's a lesson to learn in that, if you're going to be following up with, property managers, insurance agents. For example, we went to play golf last week with Lon.
Yeah.
I think I would come up with a reason to call him again and just say, hey, I just wanted to check in, had a lot of fun playing golf with you. Just wondering if you have any ideas on how we can work together.
Yeah.
I'd love to become a referral partner with you. And never go into it asking only for you. Just say, hey, how can I refer you? And then you, me, because he already said, he's like, I really want some of my clients to be able to do this because they need it. Like, it's way less than replacing their roof, and they're getting insurance letters. So he needs to follow up with RoofMaxx. We need to provide him with whatever documentation he needs to be able to
know if he can continue their insurance if their roof is old but has been treated by roof.
correct.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think quality is more important than quantity in this regard, because you find those key people and then you consistently have conversations with them. The one thing I will say Shane's really good at is shooting a bull with people.
Yeah.
That's not business. I'm like a direct to the point kind of guy, but he's much better at that part. So I would recommend just trying to find ways to talk to people, especially someone who golfs. Where you been golfing? How'd you shoot? I mean, he played so well when he was with us.
Right, he did. He shot even on the back.
Yeah.
That was kind of crazy.
But I do think if you kind of consider what it looks like to build those relationships, it's much different than a traditional door-to-door one-and-done salesperson. Right, for sure. It's really just it's a long-term, actually make friends with them.
The top again.
Just shooting a little high.
Gosh.
So I think if you, so for example, I can look at connection. Go ahead, Gray. Good shot. But I can look at connection and say, okay, well, some of my best friends are people who are advertisers. When I see them, I don't only talk about advertising. I do, because I want to help them get good results, but it's not just that. It's, how are you? I know their family. You know, Dustin Peterson, he's a good friend, and he could be a referral partner with his real estate business. Lance could be with mortgage, you know. I think about Anna Brevard. She owns a medical spa, advanced electrolysis. So they become true friends because they're long-term relationships. I'm not just trying to make a sale with them. Now, it may have started with a sale. Doesn't mean it has to stay there, though.
I think for me, kind of back to our conversation before, like obviously I'm young. I've really enjoyed like the training side of working with ES, because you know, I've only worked one other traditional sales job, knocking doors, selling pest control,
Right.
and now this. And for a while it was just me trying to figure out RoofMaxx, trying to figure out how to use my, you know, some of my door-to-door skills in a business. And it was a little tricky at first, transitioning and stuff, but the hard thing for me with networking and all that is just, it's, I haven't seen a whole lot of results from it. I know I'm not necessarily doing it right, but that long-term sale, I'm not used to it. Haven't had anything really go through from that, and so it makes it tricky for me, you know. And I'm also young too. Like going in and talking to people about regular life stuff is tricky sometimes. I don't have a house. I don't have a family. I don't have a lot of the same things that they do. So finding stuff.
Because you're in business just like they are. How's business? How are things going for you?
Right. For sure.
Is it busy? Is it slow?
It's not like I'm new to networking. I've done networking.
Right.
Been a part of networking. But it's,
Well, I think since you're moving away from networking at this point,
Yeah.
and you're working on, you know, taking a different approach, I would say working on direct sales approaches. So we come up with a spiel to get you through the door to these referral partners. You have a little presentation, maybe a portfolio you can show them, and then you can kind of go from there.
Yeah.
You can come play through us if you want. Well, I think as you move to that, you just have to think, all right, who do I want to talk to? What would I have to say to people? So I think with insurance guys, for example, we don't really know, because we haven't tested it, how many insurance companies will actually use it. So set a goal. Let's say I want to talk to 100 insurance agents. Go talk to 100 of them, take notes,
follow up, give them whatever, let's come up with a packet, a booklet or something that's like, here's what RoofMaxx can do for your clients, here's the money you can save. You go, you meet with them, you leave it, but then you come up, then you look for the ones you connect with. Let's say out of 100, you talk to right by Phil Air Force Base. But anyway, I really liked these people. Some of them will be non-responsive afterwards, which is just basically that. But let's say you boil it down to 25. Well, instead of going out next week and getting more, spend some time nurturing those 25 and saying, okay, these are the ones that are really responsive. They're talking to their companies about this. They're interested in what I'm doing, and then that way you kind of, work through the cycle. But then before you run out of those, let's say you've talked to 25, or you have 25 that you really like, well, none of them may ever refer to you, but one may, two may, three may. So let's say 3 weeks down the road, rather than waiting to find out, right? Now 3 weeks down the road, you try to, all right, now let's go. So that way you can qualify. Well, I think what we need to do is develop our packet. Like, what are we going to get? Brochure packet. We need to, because they're a little different. So we need to give them a little bit of for sure. So I developed a couple of pricing things recently, and it's been amazing. Digital marketing is really cool. It's kind of complex. So what happens is they'll say, I'll go in and I'll say, well, I'll customize it for you. And I'm like, I recommend this, and this. You should do some digital display and some streaming video and some streaming audio, and then you should do some Facebook. And they're just like, what are you talking about? So I just put together some price points. There you go.
I'll roll it back now.
Yeah, I saw that. So my price points were $10,000 a month, $6,000, $3,000 a month, and $1,500 a month. And I just put them on a paper, and I was really general with what was in them. I just said, hey, we're going to do a little SEO, a little search, it'll come back around. It's coming back. That's good throw. You're going to have an angle. You're going to have a good angle in the basket. But by just putting it on paper, it was interesting because now when I go in to sell, I lay that in front of people, they automatically qualify themselves at a certain price point. So they're like, oh, I'd probably beat this one. They don't really care so much what's in it. They're going to let me be the expert on that.
Right.
They care because they want to get their money's worth, but they don't want to get in the weeds with me about what actually they're paying for versus this is in my budget. I can spend $3,500 a month, and that's it. I can do that. What can you generate? I can show you, here's what we can do, here's what we can focus the efforts, the spend, here's the media we'll apply, and I give them the details. But just by laying it out like that, it's changed how I sell. Because before, people would be confused and overwhelmed. Now, they're just like, cool, I want to do that one.
Right. Yeah. That's cool.
So what would you put in a packet like that for RoofMaxx?
Probably pull some of the Ohio State data.
Yeah. Simplify, because that's
right. Yeah.
not
Simplify it
presented in the best way.
for sure. It's a bunch of stats and specs on how RoofMaxx works. But yeah, simplify some of that data. I mean, there's some really good stuff that I have in my presentation already that I already use.
Yeah.
It's just a presentation on my iPad, and I go through it all. I think something physical to leave behind would probably be a good idea.
And we got to think about the mindset of the person you're referring to, which is a referral partner versus a buyer. Because a buyer makes decisions differently than someone who's like dealing with a homeowner who says, my roof's probably coming due, right?
Right.
And then they're like, hey, you should check out RoofMaxx. It's like way less, and it might give you an extra 15 years.
Right. Yeah.
You got to train them almost to be a salesperson for you versus.
Right.
the buyer, the end buyer. Okay, I'll put in here. Try that pink one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sidestep that maybe.
I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a good place to start. And then we can kind of script out what we want to say. We can even have Trey, who's our appointment setter, call ahead to some places, give them a list of real estate agents, and say, okay, call all of these, see if you can get me an appointment.
Right.
Here's what we want you to say. That training piece that you talked about, making sure he's trained on what to say, what they might say, which means you're going to have to make some calls, you know, kind of hear what people are saying.
I
Darn.
cannot make it sink today.
Yeah, just a little off on your putting. A little off on your putting. It's over this way. Blue, are you dying? The river's over here. I think we should go take you and let you go in the river. Go down there. Good boy. Oh, that's so nice. Shaking while in the water. Come here, Blue.
Come on, Blue.
Come back. Don't go down
here,
the
bud.
stream.
Come here, bud.
We'll have to chase him if he doesn't come back. Because it's quite a ways to the next gap. Good boy. All right, watch out.
He's gonna shake off and roll around in the dirt. There we go. That feel good, bud.
Happy dog.
Up, Blue. Oh.
Boy.
She's yelling at us down there. I don't know what's going on. What's on?
Luke, wait.
I know.
If his footwork isn't quite right, then we'll kind of restart it. It's not bad. It's not a bad idea.
So what do you think about, and I don't know if this is going to work, but like taking it up high and trying to turn it over?
Yeah, you can do that.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I feel like I can
If you go too far, it'll turn into a roller.
Yeah.
But yeah, try it. Turn it into a roller. But that's okay. As long as it doesn't go too far. Oh, you just passed by the basket.
I almost hit the basket.
I know.
That was crazy.
Like within an inch.
We decided to let Blue cool off in the river, and now he decided he wanted to dry off in the dirt and wood chips, so goober was rolling around in the dirt.
Probably feels much better though, huh, Blue? Cool down a little bit. I was a little worried about him because he went down to the river, and I was like, does he know how to navigate the current? But he just rolled right
back in.
right back up and up the steep hill. No problem.
He's such a goober.
Well, I think July is a rough month. You have end of June and July are tough because everybody's on vacation.
Everybody's
you have three
leaving.
major holidays in Utah. You have Juneteenth, federal holiday. You have July 4th, federal holiday, and then you have a state holiday on July 24th, which is Pioneer Day,
Yeah.
and everybody leaves town.
Right.
Not everybody, but a ton of people.
Most people do.
So it's hard to get any business done. It always feels frustrating. I'm like, hey, can I come talk to you? They're like, yeah, in August, September,
Right.
because they're gone. I'm
wanting to get
leaving this
home.
week, and I'll be back, and then I'm going on a cruise, and it makes it really tricky.
Yeah, it makes it tough.
And you get less calls with RoofMaxx. The first year, I think we were like, did our phone break? Because it literally didn't
Like,
ring.
what's
the
going
entire
on? It's
month.
not ringing. Shot gray.
Yours just went.
I don't know. I think I have no idea.
just straight through. You went past it, right into the fish.
Oh, nice. Let's see if he can sink it. Oh,
Chained out.
hit it, but didn't quite get it.
Oh yeah.
Over all those trees and through the forest, that was awesome. Probably ought to come practice putting with me. Find a putter you like, because these are actually your sisters. Get one that you feel comfortable with.
Problem is, we just have so many putters.
Oh, we have a ton, but that's a good thing, because you get to try a ton of them out and see which ones do you like. Thanks, Mama. There's the behind the scenes person.
Yeah.
It's so hot. It's like 90 degrees,
It's warm.
which is cool compared to what it has been, but
Yeah.
it's still really hot.
Yeah, I was working on a roof the other day. Luckily, we got a job.
Yeah.
Talking, and I was up there for 3 hours. It needed some repair work. It was 103 while I was up there. It was the middle of the day. I had some meetings that morning, so I couldn't go out early, and it was brutal. It was tough.
Yeah.
Where's the basket at on this one?
Straight ahead in the shadow.
Shadow of that tree. Set her up right there.
Well, I think I'm due for an ace one of these times. I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
I've been playing for 15 years. I've never had an ace. So, I'm hoping for it.
Don't come back though. Oh, I turned it over too much.
It's alright, I'll play from there, but last 3 times I've played this, I've not turned it over enough and ended up way over there. So
Oh, really?
I overcompensated.
Was this the one I slipped on that one time? Or was it that one over there? That sucked.
Yeah. Wasn't it wet a little bit?
It was wet too, it was muddy.
Yeah.
Landed on my butt right in the
I
mud.
haven't found them as slippery when it's not wet. Oh, good, bro. You're
Down
right
though.
over by me,
It's
though.
turning, yeah, it's turning hard.
Good old baseball arm, huh, Gray? Frustrating to watch your brother never play throw longer than you.
He's beaten me in everything my whole life. No matter if my sport or not.
Big brother syndrome, that's all.
I like big athletic.
Hey, that'll work though. That'll
That's
work
a great
great.
throw, dude. He's
What
like,
a throw, Gray.
he's gotten so good recently.
Yeah. That's
I
awesome.
haven't played for a bit.
He's like, I haven't played that much, so I'm not playing that good. And I'm like, you're not finishing good, but you have these like, your throws are just getting significantly better. His skill set is just way improved. So good job, though.
It's like he never played basketball, but he just tries it. He's like, oh, I'm okay.
It's funny that you use basketball as the example because that's like the one sport I suck at most of the time.
What's your story from junior high?
Yeah, coach came to you guys. It was my gym coach, and I think he was one of the baseball coaches, but he came to you guys and he was like, Koby is the weird, he's like an anomaly because he's good at every single sport but basketball.
He's terrible at basketball. You just never played. We never put you in rec.
Right.
So by the time you got to junior high, that was really the first time you ever had actually played basketball much. We just didn't do it a lot.
For sure.
There you are, Gray.
It's a good shot, right? That went far, dude.
Well, this last couple weeks for me, from a business standpoint, have been really trying. Not a couple weeks, like really this whole year. Because I'm so emotional about connection, I'm having a hard time making decisions like, it's not working, should we shut it down? Or is there a buyer who could get better results out of this than I'm getting, you know?
Yeah.
And by emotional, I mean, I'm a freaking wreck. I can't sleep. I can't keep my head about me because I love what we've done and built, but the truth is there's usually a time for exit from a business. And I think we're there with Connection Publishing, with the magazine side.
Yeah. It's hard because it's like you've worked on it for so long. And you get an emotional connection to the work and your clients and
my employees, like I hate the idea of laying people off and not having the team that we have, and the work that we've done for 8 years. Oh, the wind just took it. Dang it.
it was almost really good. It was almost money. Right. Darn it. We got a couple.
We've got it surrounded.
Dangerous plots.
I'm pretty confident at about 12 to 15 feet.
Yeah.
If I can be within 12 to 12 feet, I'm pretty confident it's gonna go in. I can still miss him, but it's not very common. It's kind of like regular golf. You get a certain distance of putt that you're just confident with, you know. Right.
All right.
Well, it's kind of crazy. This we had a really wet spring. You can see this park is just dead. It's kind of like a natural park. It doesn't have sprinklers or anything, but the wildest part is the hoppers.
I know the grasshoppers are nuts.
They're crazy. They're just everywhere. We came the other night, kind of at dusk.
Yeah.
It was triple what we're seeing today,
Really?
and they're nuts today. So
That's crazy. Ooh, this is a tricky one for me.
So do you want to go for the one in the shadow or the one right there? That's usually the short one that I go for. We've been playing shorts if you want to keep with that.
Like, we can just do short. Yeah, I'll try a regular throw, I guess.
Well, you can do yours up and over that way and come back in.
Just looking out over the road if I can do that.
Yeah, you need to fix that.
I picked up disc golf, so recruiting
In front of the camera.
recruiting
There, but from here.
is the same as long-term selling when you recruit a sales team. It's relationship building, it's answering concerns, it's making sure people are on the same page, it's follow-up, it's learning about their life, knowing about who they are and their family and all those things. If you don't do that, recruits aren't going to be loyal to you. They're not going to feel that camaraderie, that connection. So it's interesting, but that's really, in my opinion, the way long-term selling is too, is building a team, a group of people who like you and care about you. So it's a unique way to look at it.
Well, we're getting the basket. Ooh.
Ooh, I parked it right underneath.
Nice. Alright, this could be interesting.
Just remember, keep it high. Go through like it's straight line, another half mile.
Nope, too far.
Okay, watch where it goes in, because that's the jungle over there.
Yep.
You might be on the back side of it. You'll have to see. Oh, beautiful.
Oh.
Get all. Oh, perfect.
Drop down.
You're gonna have a good
yeah.
putt, dude. Nice
Play
job.
that as perfect as you can.
I'll play it better. Play it like 2 feet.
You did great. So I think the difference when you come from door knocking is you really don't need a relationship. You need a short-term relationship. Like, hey, I'm a nice guy. I'm honest. I'm going to treat you right. Let's get a deal done. Versus, we're going to talk every month for the next 10 years. That's a relationship. Or every day in recruiting, or every week. But I think in yours, every month is crucial. And you may not get anything the first month, the second, the third, the fourth. It might even be 10 months. But when you actually have a relationship and you go golfing with people, and maybe that's what you look for. You look for golfers. Like Lon, right?
Possibly.
He's an insurance guy, but he's also a golfer. But have you talked to Sarah Chacon?
She never answers the phone. I tried following up with her.
So text her and just say, hey, I just wanted to touch base. Some cool things have been happening. We had this happen recently. We did this project. I just want to keep you up to date. I'd love to help you any way I can. Just a nice little text to stay on top of mind with her. She's busy. She's not a big phone answerer anyway. I think you were up here a little more. So are you using HubSpot much? So what I would recommend is we either HubSpot or something, we figure out some sort of a CRM that'll set up and give you reminders. And HubSpot can do this, so we just got to get in and figure out how to do it. I've never actually used HubSpot other than with RoofMaxx, you know. But you could put these people in as contacts, and then let's say your frequency is every 3 weeks. It can just pop up and say, hey, send Sarah a text or call today, and then come up with maybe your top ideas for what to talk to them about on a continual basis. So that way you can say, hey, just wanted to let you know how we're doing. We've had our best month. Or, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? That's another good one. Is there any way I can help you? How can I refer more people to you? Because Sarah would love to talk to when you get a landlord, which you get every once in a while. And all you got to do is say, hey, how do you like your property manager? And if they're like, I love them, then just drop it. If they're like, oh, they suck, I hate my property manager, really, I have a friend I'll refer you to. Because as soon as you send her a referral like that, she's going to be like, oh man, that was awesome. I want to refer to him too. So I think that's probably, we could come up with your 25 people a month that you're just kind of staying with, right? You're kind of keeping them in the pocket. Same thing with selling, keeping them in the pocket, but you're keeping them in the pocket long term. And then as you get to know them, you'll find out, oh, they're married, they got 3 kids. Oh, they got a kid my age, or, you know, they have a brand new baby, or they're in the hospital. Like when you really get to know people, you're friends with them. Oh, their kid just went on a mission. Oh, they're all those things, right? Those are all things that are happening right now within my group of people. And even vendors. I have vendors that do a good job of this too. All right, long ball.
Straighten out.
Bounce.
Oh, dang it! I'm on like the next tee box. I almost got my ace over there. Did you see that, Greg?
I only got 2. Then I freaking missing onto 4.
The one thing about putting a little harder like you've been doing, I think it's better, but it does mean you leave some meat on the bone if you pass it.
Because then on the second putt, so it's the same as my first one, but it's that.
Yep. Tip up. It's okay. Still went pretty good, and it's in the fairway.
I'm way upright.
I saw that.
Released it too early.
Yeah. I did mine as well. Too early. Just the opposite throw. So I think Liz and Brad are worth keeping friends with.
For sure.
I think Jackie Price, once we know how to talk to these folks, which we'll just have to develop. She could be a good one. I think Lon could be a good one. So I think if you keep an actual list, and so we use a program called Tape, and it allows me to sort by current clients. So each month we go through and we just make sure, have we had a monthly meeting with them going over their analytics?
Yeah.
Have we brought up new ideas for marketing, for a new take on marketing, or given them some feedback on, another idea or two, or changing up their creative? Where are we at with them? What are we recommending? And by doing that, it gives us something to talk about
Oh my goodness.
all the time.
I'm old.
That's a worm burner.
Yep.
So I think we just need to develop that cadence for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's every 3 weeks, maybe it's every 6 weeks. We don't really know. I feel like it's going to be more than we naturally think.
Right.
It's probably needs to be a little more, because if you go too slow,
It'll die off.
they'll forget in between, right? You don't want them to forget. Where's Blue?
He's over there.
In the shade? Good boy.
Save it though. Yeah, I got bugs. Bug. Here I was kind of confident in a certain distance. We're gonna throw. Gonna go too far to the left.
I struggled with how to play this hole. It's just kind of a narrow gap, and
It's not gonna turn over.
yeah.
It's way off in the bushes again.
Go ahead.
I've lost it. I had a couple good throws on the first few holes.
Practice. Uh-oh. That one went a long ways. Let's let these go.
Okay, turn it back on. Well, I'm way off in the weeds over there. Where'd you end up?
I'm just off to the left a little. I'm closer to the other basket. This course has 2 baskets on a lot of holes, so you can still play more holes. It used to be a much bigger course, but they're building houses on part of it, so
Are they really? That's too bad. Yeah.
it's too bad because it's a cool place.
Well, hopefully this episode turns out, halfway decent. We're trying something new, so the camera angles probably aren't going to be the best.
Yeah.
And we might not be in frame for all of it, but I think it's kind of a fun idea. Seemed like our last golf podcast did pretty good. We got more views than typical by double. So I don't know. Maybe if you guys like this kind of stuff, let us know in the comments.
Tell us what your favorite hobby is. Maybe we'll try it.
Yeah, maybe try something on the podcast. I think it'd be fun. So, but yeah, it's been kind of a cool, I don't know, not cool. It's been a rough couple of months, but this kind of gives an update or an insight into kind of what's
We
been
haven't been filming as much.
going on.
but
We haven't been filming a whole lot. We've just been super busy, but still putting out content, which is good. Putting out shorts and stuff. Yeah, it's been kind of a crazy year so far. Hopefully we can hold on to everything
Everybody says
possible.
election years are weird, so
Yeah,
maybe
that's
it's
what
just
it sounds like.
Maybe their superstition's right. I don't believe them, but
Possibly. Who knows? It's hard to say. But did you see where mine ended up
in
at?
the grass.
I'm way over in the grass.
Through the weeds.
All right. We're going on a mission trying to find a disc. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. Let's see. know if you can see it there, but right over this long grass here. And just pop it up there. Get close. Come on. No. Didn't give it enough. Back into the bushes. Let's see. Whoa! Slippery. There it is. Not the easiest shot in the world. See if we can make something happen. Whoa.
Oh no.
Dang.
A bad roll.
Caught a bad one. Ooh. I know, it's so slippery. It's kind of crazy. I think I gave myself a longer shot. Yep, I'm done. Yep.
Oh
You're
no!
kidding. You're kidding me. I don't even want to talk about it. That's terrible.
4 feet away.
Oh my goodness.
Hits the top edge.
It hit the chains too, it just hit the bracket things, the little hangers. Whoa. I guess.
Well, guess we can sign off.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. If you got comments or thoughts on anything we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
This one's fun. It's just a big long ball. A little harder for your foot.
I think I might be able to. Dang. You're gonna hit blue.
I got a good hop too. I might be right over there by the basket.
I think
3 or 4 birdies.
I think I got like 8 or 9 over.
That's killer. Roller.
Oh, bounce! Dang! It bounced right
It's
over.
still going. I can't tell if you're going to be behind that big hill or not. There's a big hill over there. You might be, but might be okay. Perfect, dude. Perfect.
What a throw.
Heck yeah, dude.
Nice shot, Craig.
Beautiful.
Well done. It's a little warm.
Yeah, I'm toasty. We're going to need some Slurpees or something after this. Oh, look at all those hoppers. That's what it was like everywhere the other night. Just swarming.
Yeah.
I think it's because it was so wet, and then now that they all just were there in Happy Land, but now it's so dry. I can't believe they're still alive.
Oh, I am right in front of that hill.
Or behind it, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, Gray. That was a great throw. Great first throw. One of your best I've ever seen. Oh, parks it. Good bounce. Remember, it's going to move right to left, so give it plenty of space because you're going higher than usual. You'll like that. That's a good one. you see where mine landed, Mom?
Yeah, do you think I had like 3 threes?
Probably.
I was lucky. I just know I got mostly 4s. I got 1 5.
Finish with a birdie.
I know, Gray had his best round too. Kobe hasn't played enough to know if it's best or not. Signing out.